Okay, we are here. We are live with some more Pokemon Scarlet. I think my volume is too slightly. Okay, there we go. Last time we were able to shiny hunt the second Feebas that we needed, as well as get the shiny Basculin that we needed, which actually went like super smooth. It kind of made up for all the Veluza pain and suffering that happened the day prior to that. So that was very lovely. So today we're going to be trying to shiny hunt Psyduck with the event title, which is the Spacey. I already have shiny Psyduck, but you know I might as well go for the event one just because I shiny hunt Psyduck all the time. But to first start off, we got to find an actual area that is good for it, which is going to take some resetting. I might take a peek to see what the Lapras stuff is, but kind of depends. And we're jumping right into resets. My girlfriend's also here. She's here to keep us company for a little bit. I think
I've also got a topic of debate.
I was gonna say real quick. When do you think you'll be leaving for? If you are leaving,
Probably like half an hour or so.
Okay. Cool. Anyway, take it away.
All right. So for context with the viewers, we saw a post on Twitter talking about. People were like, "Oh, well, I feel like there'd be a lot of Shaman or Cubfu or whatever the hell." But there can be more than one Rayquaza. So it made me think, what if we just rated all the legendaries and mythicals based on how many of them we think exist in real life?
Yeah,
like, not real life,
right. Just to further explain slightly. So there was, the Twitter thing was basically pointing out how there'd be, with some legendaries it makes sense for there to be multiple of, while others it makes sense for there to only be one of them. And I think they we're like, oh yeah, it makes sense for multiple shamans was one of them, and I was like, this just the picking of it all felt very arbitrary. Like, why are there multiple shamans but only one Rayquaza was basically my thought process, and then we decided to spark the tier list of like how many do we think there's going to be. So that'll be our topic of discussion for the next half hour.
I should break down the tiers as well. So the first tier is literally just one ever. This is the tier for legendaries and mythicals. We think there's literally can only just be one at a given time, ever. The next category is like 2 or 3. These are the ones where it's like, okay, there's not a lot of these obviously, but like maybe there's an extra or 2. For example, not to spoil us getting further ahead, but like a case of Urshifu, where we see that there's 2 of that.
Yeah, in one save file.
Yeah. The next category I have is like a dozen or so, where it's like still pretty rare, but like, you know, it's like, you know, not like 2 ever. Then I have honestly a decent population where it's like, you know, there's a good chunk more than a dozen, obviously. And the last I had was a genuinely uncountable amount. Like, there could just be an infinite amount of this one. I don't give a shit.
So, like Rotom, for example.
Yeah,
I know basically. It's not a legendary anymore, but at one point it was, so...
Yeah, at one point it was, and honestly, given Rotom is now a phone,
yeah, they're everywhere like now.
Yeah, like, I'd count that as higher than decent population, because literally everybody can have a Rotom. But, like, for us, like, a decent population, that'd be more like, you know, you're likely to run into them, but they're not fucking, like, everywhere. They're not like mosquitoes. They're like...
Yeah, Rotom at this point in lore is a mosquito.
Yeah.
But, like, a good one.
Yeah, but, like, you know, the honest and decent... But the tier above it is more just like, oh, I saw a deer in the woods today. How pleasant. You know, you're not always guaranteed to see it, but if you ran into one, it wouldn't be like a, holy shit, I ran into it. Egads, I'm one of 12 people ever to see this thing, you know? So anyways, I say, do you want to just knock some of the obvious ones out of the way with me?
Sure. We'll have to see if we both agree on what's obvious, but...
Yeah. Alright. Can we both agree that there is one Mew?
I can see. I'm trying to debate that. Okay. For some reason, I have a weird hesitance to say there's only one. I don't know why. Not like there's a lot.
I think for me, I think they did try to replicate Mew, and that's how we got to, like, Mewtwo, which I'll get there in a second. But I feel like, you know, it's like the whole thing is, like, it was so, like, elusive that they tried to, like, recreate it, essentially. Which I also still subscribe to the belief that Ditto was a failed Mew clone attempt. So I guess in that case, there'd be an infinite amount of Mew if you count Ditto as failed Mew.
We're not gonna count Ditto.
No. If you want to argue, like, I mean, obviously, I don't think there's like I don't think you can find Mew everywhere. Like, it's not Rotom level of population. Obviously, I
No,
think we can both
no.
agree on that.
For
I
some
could
reason, I
maybe
think compared to most of the mythicals, for some reason that one makes sense to me. I don't know why.
I could maybe argue like 2 or 3 of them, but I can't see like a heavy population of Mew.
Yeah, yeah.
Where would you put them? Because I'm still leaning just one, but
What were the
if you want to
options again?
compromise
Sorry,
it,
just to make sure I.
here I'm just gonna screenshot the categories that I have just so you can reference them.
Yeah. Okay. You know, yeah, I guess like 2 or 3 is probably the best. I don't know. Yeah, it is sort of a weird one.
The next one I think we already were talking about. I feel like Kubfu and Urshifu, I'd also argue, is at minimum like 2 or 3.
Well, yeah, we see at least. So there's at least 2. I mean, I think the fact that he's given one away, and that the fact that they have these entire towers dedicated to evolving Kubfu into
Yeah,
Urshifu.
I'd argue honestly a decent population. Like I don't think they're like Rotom level, but I could either argue like a dozen or so, or like actually pretty decent.
Yeah, I think that's a fair place to put him.
Which one would you probably put him in?
Probably a decent population.
Okay. I'm also excluding all like the Gigantamax and Megaforms that I see on this tier list that I found because I mean, duh.
Yeah, it's not relevant to what we're trying to do.
Yeah. What's another one?
I mean, I think we talked Mewtwo. I think there can only really be one of.
Yeah, because that was like a genetically engineered copy of Mew, and they only made one.
Yeah, like, so if we're purely basing it off lore reasons, I think that one makes sense to only
That makes
one.
sense to me. I totally agree with that. What else we got? I'm just gonna say that I personally, Fion, there's a lot of Fion, right?
Yeah, because you can breed them.
Would you say like decent population or uncountable?
I think decent. Like, I don't think they're literally everywhere or anything, but.
Oh yeah, no. And I also feel like there's a dozen or so Manaphy's.
So
I'm like,
I think if I'm gonna go off Legends Arceus lore, in that game you can catch 1 Manaphy and 3 Fion right off rip. So I mean, I think if we look at it, we generally want to look at it as like a 3-to-1 ratio at least. Like, I could see there being multiple. I don't think they're anywhere near as common as Fion though.
Oh yeah, no, that's why I said I put it like the tier above in terms of like, I mean, there's like I'd say there's a dozen or so. I don't think it's like a decent population of them. I think it's like, you know.
Yeah, it's not I think that's fair.
Yeah. But we at least agree there's a good amount of Fion.
Yeah, well yeah, Fion because it can be bred.
Oh yeah. I will say, lore speaking, 1 Ogerpon, right? Just 1 Ogerpon?
I'm trying to think. I mean, it's more just that the people in the village had never seen an Ogerpon. Not that it doesn't exist elsewhere.
I will also say, maybe to argue that there's a little more of it, actually. I think Kieran, has, like, specific dialogue if you have 2 Ogerpon for whatever reason. I could be wrong. I could be misremembering. I do know he has dialogue if you bring Ogerpon to fight.
Yeah, that I do know. He gets mad at you. He's like, how dare you?
Yeah.
You're just taunting me.
I'm willing to argue that there's, like, multiple Ogerpon if you'd like.
I was mad, but then I'm like, yeah, there's the whole mask gimmick, which... I mean, I guess there could be technically multiple Ogerpons, but only one that has the masks. I guess I feel like... Okay, maybe I lean slightly towards saying 1.
Okay. We'll go with that.
It's kind of a weird one.
Yeah. What else we got? Are there any ones that you think are pretty straightforward to you?
Sorry, I'm sitting on the ogre pond thing again.
You're fine. Do you want to put in like 2 or 3 maybe, or even just like a...
I could see him being like a dozen. I don't know. It's sort of a weird one.
Yeah, I could. You know, if you want to have a dozen, there's like a little clan of ogre ponds somewhere out there. I could see that.
Yeah.
Are there any other ones that... Are there any legendaries that you feel are like cut clean answers here? At least to you?
There is the evil three, the Pheasantipity.
Oh yeah, ogre, Okie Dokie, Monkey Dory, Pheasantipity.
Yeah, which weirdly those I think I can see as only having one.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Because it's sort of like an interesting thing that they like banded together as a gang, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
They're too closely tied to each other for there to like. What are there just like a dozen trios of them? That like doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, I can see it. I can see that being the case, is that there's only just one of them. I entirely agree with that. What's another one we could both argue? I mean, gameplay speaking, there's a good amount of Meltan, right?
Oh yeah, well the fact that you can literally put up a lure incense in Pokemon Go.
I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna call it genuinely uncountable, because you could just infinitely get that fucking thing.
Yeah.
And it's way easier to get than, like, Fion, because you still have to have Manaphy. Meltan, you just need a box.
Yeah.
Like, even in game, you can infinitely respawn that. Melmetal, on the other hand...
Well, the fact that it can only be evolved in Pokemon Go...
Actually, you can't evolve it anywhere else.
I'm pretty sure. I can triple check.
I'm gonna look this up now.
But I'm pretty sure it can only be evolved in Pokemon Go. Yeah, Pokemon Go only 400 Meltan candy.
Holy fuck, that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, in that case, I feel like in terms of Melmetal, I see it being a lot rarer.
Yeah, just off the gameplay mechanic of it. I mean, honestly, a decent population still, given how easy it is to get Meltan.
Oh yeah.
I feel like,
but just not as not as infinite as Meltan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, we can also agree, and you can fight me on this if you'd like. Arceus won, right? I feel like I could argue.
You know, this one I was thinking about as a funny thing. Like, I can almost see there being multiple Arceuses, and the reason I think we're almost coming at this with a monotheistic lens.
Oh, we're getting to religious talk here, huh? Okay.
Yeah, because I think the idea that there can only be one more so comes from, Western religion.
Values. I was gonna say the other argument I see is I can put it in a dozen or so because there's as many Arcei as there are plates.
It's plausible. I mean, I could see there being a few, that govern essentially over certain regions.
That's fair. I think I like the plate theory, but I also respect your take.
Yeah, because I'm like... It is kind of a tricky one.
I'd be down to say a dozen or so, Arceus.
And I guess if I'm going over the region, if there's one per region, a dozen or so makes
sense. Yeah, I'd say that's fine.
Okay.
I hope there's one Hoopa, and only one Hoopa.
There's at least two.
Motherfucker, why?
In
How?
ZA, because you catch a second one, and the first one reacts to its existence.
There's two of them?
Yeah, I guess then again it comes to another area, but the way the Hoopa reacts, it implies that it knows other Hoopas exist.
Wait, but do you catch a Hoopa unbound or a Hoopa baby?
You catch an unbound one, but they both uh, are there at the same time.
Do you think, hypothetically speaking, there's one normal Hoopa, one big Hoopa? Because
I
I would
think
argue,
also
I'm
the
like,
implication that there is an entire item dedicated to like unleashing and containing it implies that there have been historically multiple of them that need to be contained.
that is fair. What would you say then for Hoopa?
Probably around a dozen, I think, is the most reasonable one. I
Okay.
don't think they're common, but I think there's enough mythos behind them to assume more exist.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Um, I will say, speaking of mythos, this might be controversial and monotheist of me. I think there's only one of each Reggie. Or at least one Reggie
Hmm. That is an interesting one. I think it's another
I
one
think
where I
I'm
could
also
see there being like one per region, essentially, of each of the Reggies.
honestly, I was gonna say I'm like I'd probably go with your Arceus theory of one Arceus per region, but then I also feel like the Reggies are kind of like the governing deities of each type because they're all based around a type.
Yeah, and I feel
Um,
like the fact that they each have their own, like, in universe specific locations in both Hoenn and in Galar kind of lends
that's
to that
fair.
theory of like there's like temples associated with them in multiple regions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm willing
Um,
to say like a dozen or so. Like, I don't think there's more than one per
is there
region.
still temples for like Regigigas, or is it just the other
Funny
Reggies?
enough, Regigigas you catch in a Dynamax like thing.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. I guess by Dynamax logic, though, does that mean there's more Mewtwo's?
I guess that breaks the
Uh,
entirety of the one Pokemon theory at all. Then, though, for most of them,
yeah. I feel like we gotta either choose if we respect the existence of Dynamax being the way to summon it or not.
I could see there being only one Regigigas in Sinnoh, and that's the only place that one happens to be. While
Yeah.
the others have multiple.
I agree, because I feel like Regigigas is like the OG
Well, I
of
think if we're
Reggies.
going off the temple logic, there's only one
Regigigas
Regigigas
Temple.
temple.
I will also say, isn't Regigigas the one who made the other Reggies?
Probably. I
Or,
actually don't know. Okay,
because I'm
unfortunately,
like,
I
is it
do
that?
have to count to 60.
Okay, I got you.
No.
One.
One. This might take a sec. Two.
Okay.
Three, I mean. Four. Five. But I think I found a good spot for Psyduck finally. 6. 7. 8. 9. That's awkward. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. I guess if you want to start talking about something, I can count while you do that.
Oh, fine, I'll let you finish counting.
Well, we might be here a while, so 21,
21.
22, 23, 24, 5,
27.
7, 29. 31. Hey, the best fix to a headache is a good nap. 32.
You know, that just made me realize I have a headache, so I'm actually gonna take an ibuprofen real quick.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, oh, that's why my vision's all fucked up right now. Because I get migraines.
36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 44. 5. 46. 47. The way they sit is very cute, and I feel so mean every time I beat one up with sitting down. 48.
You're such an asshole.
I have to.
Oh.
49.
Just minding their goddamn business.
52. I know.
They're so cute.
Funny watching him wander. 54. 5. 6. 7. 8. I am gonna do 5 extra because I always do that just to make sure. 59. 60. 61. 4. And 65. Okay.
Wow, that used to be the age of retirement.
Yeah, really. Okay, so I'm at a point where I have a choice. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate back and forth between large Psyduck and small Psyduck, or like sandwiches, to see if I get a bigger or a small one. Which one do you think I should start with?
Putting him in a sandwich.
Wait, what?
Why are you putting him in a sandwich?
I know! I'm not putting Psyduck in a sandwich!
Anyways, I think you should start with Schmal.
Okay. I have that memorized. Oh, no, I don't. I have big memorized. I gotta... Okay. We can start, but I'm gonna be doing some quick calculations. With duck sandwich? No, no duck sandwiches! Okay, I think we're good to probably start talking more about stuff.
Yeah. Alright. Another conversation starter. Zygarde.
Ooh. I guess there probably has to be multiple, given it's in like multiple regions. Because we know it's at least there's one in Alola. Which like it feels like there shouldn't be more than one, but I think if we're looking, yeah, like the in-game experience.
I'd be fine to go with like 2 or 3.
I think that can work. Hello, welcome home.
Okay. You know what? I guess while I'm here, are there any other? You know, I guess, are there any other ones besides Meltan you think are just genuinely everywhere in terms of legendaries?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
How about the ones that are just one of them?
Jirachi.
Yeah, I agree with that. I always see I think of Jumbie every time I see Jirachi, but I can't talk about Jumbie with people because nobody knows who the fuck Jumbie is. I'm inclined to still believe that the Ho and Legendary Trio are one each.
Yeah, I think logistically that makes the most sense. And I can't think of like a reason to actively counter that.
Yeah. How about any other oneers?
I could see Dialga, Palkia,
Yeah.
Giratina, at the very least. I mean, even to some extent, I can see like Azelf, Uxie, and Mesprit.
I was also gonna say Azelf, Uxie, Mesprit because they're specific to the lakes in Sinnoh.
Yeah, they have like a home essentially.
Yeah.
Let me think.
Earlier, you seemed a little confused as to why somebody thought there would be more than one Shaman.
Yeah, I mean, I think it feels. Well, I guess I could see. Shaman's a weird one.
We can come back to Shaman.
Yeah, I think we come back to it.
Yeah. Just for myself, I gotta make a garbage tier on the bottom of this where I could put all like the alt forms.
Yeah, things that we're not worried about.
Yeah, and then I could just remove it at the very end. So I'm like, I don't care to argue how many Mega Mewtwo's exist, because I don't care.
Not really relevant.
The answer is the same as normal Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Same with Origin Form, Palkia, and Dialga. I'm like, that's just Palkia and Dialga, but older.
Yeah.
Any other ones coming to mind for you?
I'm kind of just doing a. I think Deoxys. Well, Deoxys is weird. I think there's one on Earth.
Yeah, I think there's one on Earth, but we're talking about like the timeline / universe. We're not talking about like.
I guess if we're thinking of in the universe, that's such a hard thing to predict because there could be. Like, those things could be all over space, for all we know.
I honestly do think that I was gonna say I think there's a decent amount of Deoxys out there.
Yeah, there's probably like a colony of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's uncountable, but I'd say there's a decent amount of Deoxys out there.
Yeah.
But there's only one that just so happened to come to Earth. I do agree with that.
Yeah. Hello, welcome. We're currently tier listing the likelihood of there being multiple of the same legendaries in like the Pokemon universe, which is very important, scientifically speaking.
Of course. Speaking of Pokemon in the universe, the genies, Adonatus and Enamorus included.
Ooh. I feel like there's probably multiple.
Yeah. I don't think it's like a lot, but you know.
I could see like a dozen of each.
I'm down for that. I will argue at this. I accidentally said Eternatus, which made me my next argument. Is there one Eternatus? I haven't played I haven't played anything past a certain like X and Y and Beyond through its entirety. So, do you think there's one Eternatus?
Yeah, I feel like it was like something found in the Galar region that Rose decided to use as a source of energy, or at least attempt to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess it's one of those things where, like, theoretically there could be other unfound ones, essentially, like, so, I don't know why it feels like it was buried in the ground, but, like,
That makes sense. Okay.
but I think for now I'll go,
We can
yeah,
do
I
2 or 3.
guess 2 or 3 might work.
Okay. Uh-huh. Do you think the different Magirna forms have different answers?
Probably not.
Okay. What about the Marshadow forms?
I think I would say no on that too, although I don't know as much about the Marshadow form
Okay.
stuff.
Alright. I already answered Giratina. How about Type Null and Silvally?
Ooh.
Because this one, I'm going back and forth between, well, duh, there's only one, versus, no, I feel like this was like an experiment. There probably were more than one. Because you can find, can you find multiple Type Nulls out there?
I don't. So, funny enough, some lady just gives you Type Null in Sword and Shield.
Mm-hmm. Well,
which makes me want to believe there's multiple.
mm-hmm.
Although the way that Gladion treats it makes me think there's only one.
Yeah, it looks like it was created as part of the Beast Killer project.
Yeah.
So I do think maybe there's only one of it and Silvally.
Okay, let's go with that. I'll give up too early on this game, so I need to pick a time to beat. Wait, unofficially. Oh, you need to pick a time to officially beat the main story. Nah! I feel that.
I just realized this quiz does not include the Ultra Beasts.
But I think it's safe to assume
there's a good amount of them.
Yeah, because even in like Sun and Moon, a lot of them you can catch multiple of.
Yeah. I'd say like a good decent population of them.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, they're not on here, but we'll just say that in spirit.
Hmm.
How about the legendary the legendary Barber Quartet from Scarlet Violet?
Like the disaster
the
ones?
snail, the cat, the moose, and the.
I feel like it's so specific to the Paldea region because it's like they were all sealed away by like placing swords in the ground in different areas, and they have their own like regions and caves.
Like, yeah, feels... that's fair. I'd call it only one case.
I'm trying to remember though what the lore. I feel like someone from a different region like brought him over or something weird.
Huh.
But I think for now I'm just gonna say one.
Makes sense to me.
I could just be making that shit up though.
All good. I can't judge. How are the Tapus?
I guess they do sort of feel like protectors of Alola, specifically.
Yeah. I could see them being one-offs.
I think so.
What's the deal with Cosmog? Are there 2 of them? Because I know it has a split Evo, but is that just like a...
Yeah, so there are actually straight up just multiple of them confirmed, because the one evolves, and then another comes from hyperspace as Cosmog after the other one evolves into Solgaleo or Lunala.
Got it. So
you end up with 2.
Yeah, I'd say 2 or 3 would make sense for
I was gonna say, because they're coming from hyperspace as well, I could see them being not like plentiful, but like a dozen or so.
Sure. And that's for everything in the line?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Works for me. Anything else come to mind that you feel like you have at least a confident answer on?
Well, I guess you could just start running through what we have left and...
Let's start with the Cantonian birds.
I could see there being multiple Kryptonian.
Okay.
Because they don't, like, inherently feel tied. I mean, they have, like, their spots in the region, but I don't think that, like, they necessarily have to be there. They just chose locations that fit them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we see in Pokemon Snap, Moltres comes from an egg.
Yeah, you're right. So I'd just say, you said
Actually,
a
all of
dozen,
them
or...
come from eggs. But yeah, wait, what?
So how many do you think you'd say there would be? Like,
Maybe a dozen or so.
sure thing. How about the Galarian versions of those birds? Same
So
deal,
those I
or...
want to say one, because I feel like those were like specific mutations, essentially,
Oh.
that are localized in the Galar region. I mean, theoretically there could be multiple, but I think
That's
it
fair.
makes sense that they're sort of unique.
Yeah. Alright, how about the Jotonian dogs? Or cats, whatever you'd prefer.
That's an interesting one. I'm trying to think of it in terms of lore, too. Do you have an opinion on this one?
That's a good question.
I don't remember the movie. Is the person dad turned into Entei, therefore implying that there are like multiple Entei?
That would make sense. Also, I swear they were reincarnated by Ho-Oh. Like, they were just like... They were... I don't remember exactly what they were resurrected from. Let me double check. 3 unnamed Pokemon perished in the fire, but Ho-Oh resurrected them as legendary beasts.
Oh, that almost implies that they were like unique Pokemon, essentially reborn.
Yeah, I think maybe that this argues that means there's only one of each.
Okay, I'd be down for one of each.
Us learning our Pokemon lore. Speaking of Ho-Oh and Lugia, Ho-Oh and Lugia.
That one I'm honestly not even sure about. Like, I think I could see there being multiple. Not like a lot, but I could see more than one. Oh, shiny Psyduck! Is it gonna have a title? That's the real question. Oh, it's a title, and it's shiny, and it's small. Okay, let's see. Are we just gonna? Is literally the first one gonna have the title? I'm very intrigued.
Aww, Wonder Room.
Bobby. Yeah, I was kind of concerned. I'm like, I guess if the first Psyduck shiny we find has the title, I'm like, I didn't have a backup plan for that.
Find a second shiny Psyduck?
Yeah.
For me.
Let's see. As a title, I mean, I want to catch anything. I think the Dive Ball just works so well for it.
I agree.
I'm gonna go Dive Ball. Okay, will it have the Spacey as the title, or will it have something else entirely? Find out. Hello, other Psyduck. Oh, it's Psyduck the Spacey. Yep, the first one.
Let's go.
Well, that went slightly better. Oh, now there's 2. Slightly better than I thought. I mean, I'll keep going until the sandwich ends in 16 minutes, but...
Alright, well in that case, let's try to speed through, because it looks like the last person we're waiting for Stardew is on their way home.
Okay.
Alright. Ho-Oh and Lugia?
I could see like 2 to 3 of each.
Sure, I'm down. How do we feel about Celebi?
We know for a fact there's multiple because a new Pokemon Snap.
That is true. Like dozen or so maybe,
I
or
think so. That makes sense. There's
alright.
like 4 of them in that game, I think, or 5.
Yeah. How about the Lotties?
Ooh. Kind of feel like only one of each, but I don't have like a strong rationale for it.
I was gonna say 1 or maybe 2 or 3, but I'm fine either way.
2 or 3 we could do.
Maybe just... Sure. Let's do 2 or 3. Heatran.
I could see multiple Heatran. It doesn't feel too
same.
tied to a specific thing.
Mm-hmm. I'd say there could be like either 2 or 3 or a dozen. Yeah, let's
I'd say
do
a dozen or so.
Works for me. Alright, Cresselia and Darkrai.
This is another one that's kind of weird.
Right? I'm like, on one hand, I want to say just one because they're so intertwined.
Yeah.
On the other hand,
I mean, it could also be a scenario where, like, one follows the other, essentially.
Yeah.
I kind of want to say, like, 2 or 3.
Sure. I'm not offended with that answer. Did you find another shiny?
I despawned it.
No.
I looked back and it was there and I was too late.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Tragic.
Anyways, while you're here failing,
I'd be less upset if I didn't just get one that had the title, I think.
Yeah. Did you save afterwards, or?
It doesn't work like that in this game.
Oh.
Or at least, like, the way that I did it is there's no way to get it back.
Got it. Speaking of getting it back, Shaman.
It feels pretty tied to Sinnoh because of the whole flower thing.
Yeah.
But then again, I guess there's no reason to not believe there's like a small colony of them living together.
I mean, we did, not to new snap it, but we did see one on Florio.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that I would argue like either 2 or 3 or a dozen. I wouldn't say a decent population of Shaman, but I'd say there's...
Okay, I can see a dozen, I think. What the
right.
fuck, another shiny?
Ooh.
It's like 3 in a row! Okay, this one's just tiny, it doesn't have a title.
That's okay, baby.
Sorry, it was looking the other way, it took a second, I was like, wait, what? This one is a female. This might be the first female I've gotten in this game. No, the first one I got was a female that I found on accident, and the past 2 were male.
Is this gonna be our crystalline then, or?
The first one I got was actually crystalline, the one that I randomly stumbled into.
Is this Chris 2 line? Anyways, now that my jokes are no longer funny, Victini?
Victini. I don't even know.
It's okay, we can skip it for now. Sword of Justice?
I think those have to be one to me.
Okay.
Purely because, like, Keldio's lore is specifically that, like, the other 3, like, found it and took it in as their own and, like, trained it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like for that story to be emotional, it doesn't make sense for there to be a dozen of them doing the exact same thing.
No, that's fair. And I think by extension that probably means Keldeo maybe is also one, or...
Yeah, that's my thought. I mean, I guess technically there could be multiple Swords of Justice, but I feel like it feels wrong.
Yeah. That's fine. How about the Reshiram Zekrom?
I could see like 2 or 3.
What about Kyurem?
I think same there. I think there's a few.
I'm inclined to agree. It's a couple. Meloetta?
I honestly don't know enough about Meloetta's lore. It feels like a one-off, just vibe-wise.
I was gonna say 2 or 3, but I could do a oneer.
I'm leaning
Let
toward
me look at the
one.
Meloetta
Unfortunately, I
lore.
just don't have the lore for that one off the top of my head.
I don't really see much of the lore. Anyway, yeah, we could do one for Meloetta. What about Genesect?
Is Genesect an experiment? I can't even remember. I
Let me
think.
double check.
Do a quick check on that.
Artificial Pokemon that was revived from a fossil and technologically enhanced by Team Plasma.
I guess we have to say.
Although,
Yeah.
I was gonna say one, but in the anime,
Oh.
I'd like to present a case study. How many Genesect do you see in this image?
Hang on. Go run back and forth. Let's see. One, it's doing double team. Oh. Yeah, I guess I don't know the anime lore. Is the anime even canon? Me using it earlier.
You know what? That's fair. I could do just one. I will also argue a 2 or 3, but it is your call.
I feel like because it's an experiment, it makes sense that there's something else that is almost Genesect out there, but there's
Yeah.
only one Genesect.
I'd argue it was probably an experiment based off Kabutops, just based off the anatomy of a Genesect.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Okay. Let's speed around the rest of this. Xerneas Yveltal.
I could see there being a couple.
Like 2 or 3, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Works for me. How about Diancie?
I think that has to be one because I think it was like found underground, and it's sort of
That
implied to
makes
be the
sense to me.
queen.
Yeah, of like the Carbinks, or
Yeah, and I feel like it being a queen makes less sense if.
there's more of them. That makes
Yeah.
sense to me. I don't know much because honestly most of these are the later gens, so I'm kind of just leaving this in your hands.
Sure.
Volcanion.
Yeah, that's another. The mythicals sometimes are harder to keep track of the lore of.
Yeah.
It feels kind of one-ish to me, but I don't have a strong
I was
rationale.
gonna say so too. I'd go that way. I can do that. I maybe argue 2 or 3, but I could do one as
Okay.
well.
Let's do one.
Necrozma. Do you think this is the same as the Ultra Beasts in general, where you think there's probably a good population of them?
Is Necrozma an Ultra Beast? I guess it has to be.
Necrozma is absolutely an Ultra Beast, right?
Okay, but I think I want to say like a dozen or so in the same way that Cosmog is, because I don't think they're running around as much. Plus, you only ever get the chance to catch one, I believe.
Yeah, that's fair. How about Magearna?
I would want to say one, but the way that you get handed it by Jet in ZA is so fucking casual. Just like she's like, oh yeah, there's tons of these, which
I know we
doesn't.
said no thing on the forums, but I was gonna argue there's probably a decent population of Magearna, but I think there's only one of the original.
That would make sense.
Okay. Marshadow.
I think I can see there being multiple.
Yeah, like a dozen or just like 2 or 3.
I could see like, no, two or three feels more right to me.
Sure.
Yeah, the mythicals. I just don't.
Zarara.
Zero Aura. I think I could see there being a few. Once again, don't
Like
really
2
know
or
the
3?
lore though.
I'd say 2 or 3. That makes sense, little guys.
Hmm.
The dogs, Stacey and Zamazenta.
Those feel pretty crucial to the lore. of one
Yeah, so I'd say
region.
one of each, right?
Yeah, I think so too, because they're like heroic savior figures.
Mm-hmm. What about Zarude?
Uh, I can see one only. I don't know anything about it, to be honest.
That's fair. Yeah, what about Calyrex and his horses?
I think those have to kind of be one too, because once again, they're pretty localized to the one area and
Yeah.
its mythos.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense to me. I feel like there's canonically multiple of Koraidon, Miraidon, right? Like, because of the
Yes,
bike,
I
but also
think
the
yeah. No, there's actually there's at least two.
Yeah.
I think the implication is that there's probably like a dozen or so because they
Yeah.
couldn't infinitely pull them from the past or future like they could with some of the other ones, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think that's fair.
Speaking of everything from the past and future, the past and future versions of the dogs and the Swords of Justice,
I
like Walking Wake, Iron Leaves.
That's a weird one. Wait, I guess just by them existing as paradox Pokemon, that kind of throws a wrench into the other ones, doesn't it? Especially the
You mean
past
the
ones. Because we said there was only one of each of like the dog trio.
that
But
is true, but
but
if
and that they were
I think the
revived, but
past
if they
ones
were
are
revived to be that, I guess Ho could have been basing the revisions off the legend, so to speak.
that's what I'm gonna headcanon is that Ho because it sounds like Ho revived completely unrelated Pokemon, but maybe they were like descendants of the old species.
Yeah,
I'd say there were probably a good amount of them, to be honest with you.
I think saying maybe like a dozen or no, even I could see them coming across as common-ish.
Yeah, I'd honestly
Although,
say a decent population. I would argue a decent population
okay.
of them, to be honest.
See, I think the
What
implication is
about
that Ho has been around for centuries,
yeah? I mean,
and that
duh.
it was doing it from memory to commemorate Pokemon that it thought was cool, but kind of fucked up the
Yeah,
design a bit.
that makes sense. I
That's
mean,
my
honestly,
lore,
I could see it. It's a funny thing.
my headcanon.
Um, how about the future versions of the Swords of Justice?
I would assume because they're like technologically. I think they're artificially created.
So I'd
By
say probably a decent population for them too, right?
Yeah, and I would just assume the roboticness of it was just based off of well, probably the myth then of the Swords of Justice.
Yeah, I agree. Um, three more Pokemon. Terapagos.
I think that has to be one because it's pretty localized in lore.
That I do agree with that. Pecharunt.
I guess if we're saying there's only one of each of the Fez, blah blah, it would
Yeah,
make
I'd say there's
sense.
probably only one Pecharunt as well done, right?
Although for some weird reason, I could see there being multiple of that. But I think based off consistency, it should probably just be one.
Yeah. And our final one is us circling back to Victini before I got a dip.
I guess I'm gonna say one. It feels.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I can.
I don't know. I feel like you could argue multiple things for that one.
Yeah. All right. I'm saving our definitive tier list real quick.
Okay. Lore accurate.
More accurate. If you disagree, you are stinky.
True.
All right, then I'm sending it over to you, and then I am skedaddling.
Okay. Well, good luck with your
Here-
Stardew.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay. We're rocking solo for the next like hour and 20 minutes or so. I am sort of debating what I want to do here. Part of me is tempted to do one more attempt with this, but with the large ones. And then after that, I don't really know. I was like, I could do something in ZA or New Snap or something, I guess. This is a pretty good spot, I'd say. which is why I'm willing to do it, and just because I like the shiny so much. Yeah, I think I'd be down to do that, and then we'll have then like 45 minutes to probably do something else. I mean, I could also do like a Lapras hunt or something. It's and giggles, but I'm not sure. But then we're pretty much done with the event. I mean, otherwise I could also just fight a bunch of Magikarp, but it's kind of boring. We'll see. Just trying to cram a few of these guys in. Yeah, we saw 3. We even messed up the 1. Yeah, I guess I do the large Psyducks, and then I'll see how I'm feeling. I'm guessing this will be the last bit here. And no, okay, no buzzer beaters. I guess going for a large one would be fun. See what sizes we get. And then we go from there. Okay, I'm fine with that. Okay. I should remember how to do a large one, I think. We were doing that for both we did that for Basculin, we did that for... I did that for Slowpoke too, I don't remember though. Ouch. Wait, was it cucumber or pickle? Fuck. Okay, hang on. I can just create this real quick. Rice. Cucumber. Okay, that's it. Yeah, no, it's that. A lot of rice. Yeah. The blue flag worked. Let's go for a blue Pokeball this time. We're going for the blue shiny. Yeah, so we'll do this, and then I'll decide how I want to go from there. Because, yeah, I mean, after this I have to decide what exactly I want to do next. I no longer have the Switch Online service to do stuff with a new Snap. I mean, I can obviously still go for the high scores, I just don't have the online service at the moment to immediately see where I end up on the leaderboard, which I think was part of the satisfaction of it all. Oh shoot, at some point I also have to come back to this game to trade the Slowpoke into Slowking and listen to my loading. I mean, I could also evolve a few of these random Pokemon. I guess that would actually be a pretty smart use of my time. You know, we just go for what, like Basculin. I'm not gonna do a Golduck because it just feels like sacrilege. Even if I have multiple Psyduck now. Okay. I'm down to do that. Yeah, we'll see if we can get a big one. I mean, I could do a few Magikarp raids, too, if I need to stall for time. Plus, yes, I'm still not really sure what's going on in terms of me being sick. I brought this up yesterday. Like, yesterday I had a bit of a sore throat. Today it was a tiny bit, but it was actually a little bit better, but I felt a little funky. Like, I honestly, at this point, cannot tell if I'm sick or not. I think, depending on how I feel tomorrow, will kind of solidify that for me if I'm sick or not. But, you know, I'm like, I don't know, I'm not sure of how much I want to even plan around that. So, well, we'll see. Yeah. I also got to get back to that nickname list. But yeah, I guess just in terms of thinking of stuff that I want to try to do within the near future, I mean, there's not much else I really need to do in this game specifically. There's some stuff I still want to do in ZA, like independent of just like random shiny hunts and whatnot. That being, I still have a bunch of Pokemon I need to nickname in that game. Probably mint as well. I have a ton of shinies to evolve. I think those are like the two big things. I mean, there's definitely stuff I still want to try to shiny hunt. I got new Snap high score, course scores mainly. But I mean, even just Pokemon high scores kind of inadvertently. And then I was, when I did Resident Evil Village in third person, it reminded me, I was missing quite a few achievements in that game. I kind of want to see about doing some of that too. So I might just kind of bounce around non-committally for a while. And then I know my girlfriend and I also need to play the Radical Red post game. So I might just kind of wander blindly for a bit. I mean, eventually I gotta probably start a new single-player game, because I have a gazillion that I should play. At some point or another. Yeah, we're at a point with like ZA now, where I mean I've done basically everything there is to do outside of shiny hunts and just random living dex shenanigans with good natures and whatnot. I don't know. It's kind of an odd spot to be in because I've just been doing Pokemon now for a long time. I think since like ZA, I've been doing since like the end of December, I want to say. I've sort of just gotten really into the Pokemon groove again. So it feels kind of weird to do something else. Like that's the one problem. Like I get really committed to games long term, but because of that, I struggle to sort of start playing something new. So, you know, because I get so into one type of thing that switching to a completely different thing is kind of a bit of whiplash. But then again, I mean, I did it with Village. It's just that sometimes I think I want to play more games. I just like don't have the patience to learn new games. You know, I have to learn, you know, new control setups, new mechanics, etc., etc. I mean, not that it should be a big deal, but I think it sometimes feels like a bigger deal than it is to me. Which I don't like, but not really much I can do about that feeling. Without just, I guess, just practicing, so to speak. So. But yeah, I do tend to be the type of person, I think, who gets very committed to one game. I mean, because even you see that too, like I play a 15-hour, 20-hour Resident Evil 4 remake, and then I spend 130 hours or some shit doing all the achievements and basically every little thing the game has to offer. But I think that's, yeah, just the type of gamer I am. And it's just kind of reflective, I think, of me as a person, is I get very dedicated to something. Just how my brain works, I guess. Which is why I need to stop buying video games. To be fair, I've done a lot better over time. I used to probably have a bad habit of buying way more than I needed. But as I said, I have so many games. Plus, like, hell, I have a bunch of just free ones I've gotten on Epic Games. I've never once bought a game on Epic Games, but I have like 200 free ones over the course of years of them giving out free games each week. So, and then there's a gazillion emulators too with old games that I mean, where that's like the best way to play them. So, I don't really know. I'll have to see. I did want to try to do that under 3-hour run for Resident Evil Village. I guess depending on when I get on tomorrow, that could actually be a good task. Because I kind of want to try to do it in one sitting if I can. Not that I need to, but something about that just feels correct. Is it big or is it normal? Does it have a title? Big Psyduck! Wow, wow. Look at the baby. He's so silly. Lovely stuff. It was kind of, we got really lucky that we got the Spacey title on the very first one. I don't know what the actual odds of getting the title is with Title Power 3 up, but the fact that we got it first try is pretty good. I was gonna go Maul and Diaballs. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at the size differences between them. Cool, cool. Very lovely. That one didn't seem like particularly huge, but that's okay. I guess to be fair, I'm comparing them probably to other large ones. How far in was that? Only 8 minutes. I think we got enough time to at least get one more. Yeah, as I said, this is a really good spot. I mean, the only other thing, yeah, I could go for try to be like get Lapras with the title or just get a shiny Lapras. Although, because I already have one, it doesn't seem that exciting. I was also considering getting... I think there were 2 of them I kind of like the titles of. I want to say Slowpoke was one of them. I have to double check just to catch a regular one for shits and giggles. That wouldn't even take that long. Because we can just look to see if things have titles. I think we got a lot of little small misc tasks I can do, and if worst case if I need to fill some time, I can just do a few Magikarp raids. And I'm guessing after today, we won't be coming back to Scarlet for a while until there's some other event, you know, Terra Raid event or something, or I just, for some reason, get the itch to shiny hunt in this game. Although, as I say, I kind of want to try to generally save shiny hunting in this game for when I have a Switch 2, but I don't know when that'll be. It might not be for a while, so that might just sort of be pointless to save Herba Mysticas. But I guess if I am in a shiny hunt, for the time being, I'd probably rather shiny hunt in ZA, just because the game runs smoother and is just easier to shiny hunt in. So. We will see. Okay, now this was a pretty good spot. Initially I was like debating resetting it, but I'm really glad I didn't. Yeah, it's just such a quick reset. I mean, anywhere you can go in and out like this is just inherently good. So. It's also much more chill. I have moments where I can look away from the screen and not be concerned. Like when I'm running around, I have to be like laser focused in when I'm doing encounter powers. But with this, I have like moments where I'm like just kind of waiting for him to spawn in. That's why like. I mean, I think running around is generally more, well, not always more effective than picnic hunts, but can be. But like this is just so much chiller. That's part of why I think ZA is so much more enjoyable to shiny hunt, is because like the margin of error is a lot less than encounter powering in this game. You know, I can kind of just turn my brain off. Turn my brain off in ZA. To be fair, some of the eye strain could come from the game being at a bit lower of a frame rate. I don't know if playing on the Switch 2 would not be as strainful. I notice sometimes it feels weird, like, turning the camera a lot. I think it's just because of the frame rate. which I guess is more propaganda for a Switch 2, but a lot of money. I still do kind of want a limited edition one. I don't know when that's gonna happen, so yeah. But I mean, there was a limited edition Switch OLED for Scarlet and Violet, which is the one that I'm playing on right now. So, and there's always a chance with like, you know, the winds and waves. They release like a Pokemon Switch 2. And yeah, I don't want to buy 2 Switch 2s, especially if they're gonna be in like short succession. I mean, I bought 2 Switches, but that was partially because my girlfriend and I don't live together at the moment. Although hopefully we will sooner or later. Like I don't think. Oh! Wahoo! Oh, duck! Big. No title though. Getting a lot of male shiny Psyducks today. Just in general, I think in this game I think we have like 2 female and like 4 male. I guess it's not that absurd of a ratio, but I'm used to looking for the female one because my girlfriend likes the name Crystalline for it. Although we already have a Crystalline in this game, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, use a Wonder Room. Do with that what you will. Should I be trying to catch these in a different ball type? I'm like, the dog ball just works so well. Shiny Psyduck is very nice. I'm gonna have all these extras. It's like, part of me is like, I know I should evolve one of them to a shiny Golduck because I don't have one in this game. But as I've kind of said, it just feels like sacrilege. Because it's just such a worse shiny. It's so much worse of a shiny. Like, I don't think there's that many people that would disagree with that. Be like, oh yeah, Psyduck shiny is way better than Golduck shiny. You know, like I don't have that issue with like shiny Mareep, for example, evolving it. Like, I really like Mareep the most in the line, but the full line as shinies still looks nice. I mean, I prefer keeping it as Mareep. Which I know we do have some that we should evolve for that too, but that's a concern for another time. Yeah, we have a decent bit of Pokemon we got a nickname in this game now. This is why at some point I should... Oh, Magu! Number 3, baby! The shiny hunting is going crazy! Big no title. Oh, you caught Psyduck off guard. Go for the old Thunder Wave False Swipe again. Been doing me good. Yep. And with a False Swipe. It is, yeah, seeing how many we've gone without getting another title, it is kind of crazy we got that title immediately on our first one. It'd be cool to get one on a big one and on a small one. Although, you know, I've gotten 3 shiny Psyducks here, I really can't complain. But yeah, getting an outbreak spot right outside of town, like, that's like some really good shiny hunting possibilities. It's like, it's so strong. I have to count how many I found today. I think I'm at 5 now, with 1 failed one. I got 15 minutes almost. Yeah, I think another 1 or 2 is very feasible. Yeah, I was going back to the nickname thing. Yeah, that's why I gotta keep working on that nickname spreadsheet where I've been like categorizing stuff. It's a little tedious, but I can't really do it while shiny hunting here. So I can work at it while shiny hunting in ZA. So it's just ooh, see me. And we only have the shiny boost on water types, so we really don't need to look at got the taunt. Well, yeah, as I say, yeah, we already have Shiny Dondozo and Lapras. Lapras from a previous event outbreak, and Dondozo just from hunting it manually because I wanted it. Yeah, no, I mean, this actually is, outside of Veluza, this has generally gone pretty well. I mean, Slowpoke Up was a little annoying, but compared to Veluza, it was like walk in the park. To be fair, compared to Veluza, any Pokemon like Shiny Hunt is a walk in the park. I mean, this Psyduck has been a really just chill way to kind of wrap up this event for me. I don't think Dondozo is ever going to be in a spot that's like super great, so I just don't want to bother hunting that down. Another one. Lapras, I mean, if we were to find something in Blueberry that was right by middle, I'd do it, but once again, I just don't have a strong need for it. It would just be to try to get it with the title, and because I only need one of them, I'd be more inclined just to use the level 1 power from the cafeteria for shiny hunting, which doesn't give the title power. It'd be like that sometimes. Occasionally I spawn dogs in, or goths. Yeah, I definitely don't have like a super strict routing here, so it's just kind of tweaking slightly as I go. I don't have like a lineup. It is kind of funny too how like I accidentally despawn a shiny Psyduck, one of my favorite shinies, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. And then the Veluza happens, and I get like depressed, and I'm just sort of like, Veluza shiny's nice. I like Veluza a bit. The comparison is just kind of amusing to me. But it's just like the nature of the hunt itself. I mean, I think ideally, if we get one more, I'll be pretty damn happy. I mean, I don't even need any more realistically. But given the time we have left, I still think it's probably pretty likely. Also, I caught enough after feigning some that the like there's not very many of them left message came up, which is kind of funny. They are very deep. And yeah, also after this we'll go check the sizes on them. I'm kind of curious. I don't think we got anything like crazy. I don't think we got like the biggest or smallest. I mean, the odds of that occurring are also very low, even with the power up, I'm pretty sure. So. But I mean, something a little bigger or smaller is fun. Yeah, I still have, funny enough, one of the two shiny Psyducks I have in this, or previously had in this game, is still unnicknamed in general, so. Guess we'll throw the other Psyducks on the list. I know I had some pretty fun names as possibilities when I was going through Legends Arceus nicknames for shinies. I had a few of them in that game, too. Although I think they're kind of just in the general list of names. Although if I sort by color that could help, or animals even, as those are some of the categories I have. I might be able to find them because I save a lot of the nicknames I come up with that I don't use when I you know, or when I was making lists of possible shiny names for each Pokemon. I like trying to get like the perfect names, which makes it take way longer than it should. But overthinking is my speciality. Whew. About 8 minutes. And yeah, after this, I think we will evolve a couple of the shinies. I mean, Basculin and the Basculegion will be the most notable one. I mean, most of them don't evolve. You know, Tatsugiri and Veluza don't evolve. I can't evolve Slowking. Can't evolve Milotic. So it might just actually be the Basculegion, because I'm not doing Psyduck. As I said, that'd be sacrilege. One day I'll have to hunt a shiny Golduck in this game, just to not have to evolve a Psyduck. Nah, I'm not gonna bother. I already got shiny Golduck in in Arceus, so I have no incentives to do that. Keep doing the old back and forth. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about Pokemon Champions, didn't I? I did it once, and then I meant to do more, and I kind of just forgot. To be fair, I got distracted between New Snap and with the online service in this game and the ZA ranked season and everything. So I found out I don't need the online service, and then I kind of just delayed it, and then never got back to it. So, oops. We'll see what happens. With that, like, I guess I can throw it on the list of shit to fuck with. And I probably will just end up doing a year of the online service. I wasn't originally planning on it, but I actually like it for New Snap of all things. And then I'm like, well, I could do all the ZA ranked seasons, or at least some of them going forward. So that's also an option. We'll have to see if there's any interesting gimmicks for future seasons, or if it's just regular stuff. I mean, if it is regular stuff, I'll probably want to build a different team than the one I used for the first season I played. That being Lucario, Garchomp, and Gyarados. Especially not Gyarados, because I used it as well for the flying season. I need to do something else. I might have to go out and catch some shinies. I like using the shinies on my team if possible, but you know. Some variety is nice. I have to try using something wonky. I don't know what that would be, but get a little clever with it. Or beat people up with like a Quillfish or something, I don't know. Been a bit since we've gotten a shiny duck. Not that I can complain. I mean, we've gotten 5, and when we saw 6, I just fucked up the one. I mean, it was a mix of fucking it up and just a little bit of bad luck and timing, but one more would be nice. We haven't gotten a titled large one. Not that I need it. It's just, you know, it'd be fun. I'm going slightly too far to the right. Yeah, this ended up being just like an amazing spot for this. That's a good reason we were able to find as many as we were. We got a crazy good spot. Which, to be fair, I did go out of my way to try to get a good spot. So... I mean, I was even testing a few areas before we got this one, just to see if they seemed super good or not. This was the first one I was pretty satisfied with, and for good reason. I think I honestly underrated it initially. The one duck with its hands in the air. So silly. Immediately. That's a bad spawn batch. Okay, I don't think we're good. To be fair, we had a crazy streak of like 3 in a row, so I really can't complain. I mean, one more would be nice for the chance at the Spacey title. But I mean, like, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I would say the one nice thing about doing outbreak hunts over, you know, just regular encounter powers is you do get to pick the sizes more, which is always fun. The one major benefit. Otherwise, I think encounter power is just generally superior. There's much more like wiggle room to it all. I still never even nicknamed the shiny Mareep we got. We did a hunt on my birthday, which was back in February. Oh god. For that, to get a Chosen One title on a shiny Mareep. So I just have a bunch of those lying around that need to be nicknamed too. Yes, I'm great at procrastinating. I don't think it's happening. Okay. So we get like a buzzer beater. Buzzer beater. Now that I technically could keep doing this without the boost, it's just kind of pointless. I mean, it's not pointless. Not gonna result in much. We'll do a couple good luck ones for funsies, and then we'll... I mean, we got 3. Like, I cannot complain. I mean, I can complain about not getting a title, but... I mean, I got one on the small one. That's... We got 1. That was really my only goal. And the fact that, yeah, we got it on the first one is... pretty crazy, honestly. Okay. Let me take a look-sees here. I think... Oh, yeah, we're overflowing. I think it just barely was fine. Oh, this is the small Mareep, isn't it? Yeah, I was like, what was a non-shiny Mareep doing there? Do some flipping here. Well, we have 7 shiny Psyduck and 7 shiny Mareep in total. Oh, cool. Which one was the... I'll put the title one first, I guess. Oh, cool. One more lucky one. Come on, give me a shiny. I think I have a gambling problem. Okay. I definitely could keep doing that, but like, there's better things I can do with my time. As tempting as it may be. Okay, so let me... Let me quickly kind of get all these guys listed in my spreadsheet of I gotta nickname this shit eventually. Ooh, cool. Yeah, it looks like it's just evolving Basculin into Basculegion then. Alright, give me 1 second. Okay. So we have Psyduck. I'm gonna specify what the gender is because that's been kind of relevant in nicknaming them. The Spacey, and I will not name it Kevin. As tempting as that may be, that would be a horrible curse to pull upon my baby boy. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly label their levels and genders, just to kind of try to keep track of them. Psyduck, male, level 41. Ah, there's two of the same, okay. Level 41. Psyduck, female, level 44. Okay, there's only one that is a little bit trippy, and that's these two together. Oh, I didn't. Okay. So the Spacey, the site smaller. Yeah. Then we got the level 7. A little bigger. Cool. Should be a small one too, I believe. Okay, good size, smaller. None of these are gonna be average for like comparing, but that's okay. Good size, bigger. I guess to be fair, if they have the same size, these two are completely interchangeable in terms of nicknames, so. Ooh, okay, this one actually serious, big one. Ooh, sounds like the second biggest. Okay, I can specify their HP then. The HPs are different. And then just good side, bigger. Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna specify these two just because I can. 97 HP. Oop, I wrote 7 HP. 97 HP, and then the good side, the series big in is 103 HP. Actually, a decent bit different. Yeah. Because these, yeah, I also want to do that because the orders could get kind of shuffled on them. Before I forget, I'm going to change my system timer back to the correct day and time. Technically, I could go, I don't know, RNG manip some fancy Pokeballs or some shit, but I'm not going to bother. Okay. Oh, sorry, we do have to interact with some of these shinies at some point. The new ones. Or at the very least, the ones we don't have to evolve. I mean, Slowking and Milotic I can't do anything about, but yeah. Other than that. I like doing the spot for big group interactions. I guess I'll try to keep them in order for future me, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so obviously we gotta do a picnic. Let's see all the blue ducks. Oh yeah, there's a significant size difference. Oh yeah, I think this is the I think this is the series big end, and then these are the two good size smallers. Oh, they're so cute. Right, I can't move with the camera like I can in ZA, unfortunately. No, wait. Oh, that was a terrible photo. I wanted to get like a good size comparison if I could. Hi! Oh! They're so goofy. Ah! Oh boy. Oh my gosh. What are they doing? What are they doing? I didn't even know they did that. They did like a happy circle. Oh, that's so cute. They're so precious. This is like a perfect size comparison of the two. I think, is that the series big? No, I can't even tell which one's the biggest. They're so precious! Hi! I don't think I can see you in the camera. Oh! Okay, let me try to do a quick like call and we can watch him run toward me. What's the button again? I gotta remember. Hang on. Oh, they're so funny. Okay, let's throw the ball. Hit the button. There we go. Oh, we got a big one. Oh! It's so proud of itself. Oh, oh. They're so goofy. Okay, this was clearly the right... Whoa! They knocked me out of the camera? This is clearly the perfect decision financially. I guess her mystical financials. Look at the back! Hi! This is like perfect. I know I did this with like the Swablu and the Altaria too. Every time I get 6 of the same shiny and I bring them into camp together, it's always so funny. Something about it is just very joy-inducing, you know? I gotta make a quick sandwich with all of them. Hang on. What do I think they'll like? Should we could pick one of these? Let's see. There's a way to check how many times we've made them. Let's see if I can find like a not Herb and Mystica one that I've never made. We're gonna end up with an egg on accident, aren't we? We gotta get a blue flag for our blue ducks. This is what, marmalade and peas. You know what? Honestly, that sounds very Psyduck coded. I mean, they'd probably really like peas, to be honest. I know ducks like peas. Okay, I just want to see them all on this screen. Oh, oh. Sorry, I gotta get some screenshots of this. I wonder if those sizes kind of represented the big ones versus the small ones. It's very silly. Up and the ball's still out. They're having the time of their lives. Just the army of... I love it so much. It's so funny. I would honestly... I could spend forever here, but I got other things I should do. So, you know, but that was gorgeous. It was perfect. I loved it. I gotta send a couple quick photos to my girlfriend. Because yeah, she knows I got 2 of them. She didn't know I was gonna keep going. Because to be fair, I didn't even know if I was gonna keep going. But I'm glad I did. Just for that visual alone. I wonder, did I ever interact with all 6 Mareep shinies? I'm not that I should do it now, but... I think I ever did. Hang on, let me look at my clips real quick. Because I would have probably clipped it. At least I hope I would have. Does not look like... Did. Okay. Well, maybe we gotta try to do that at some point. Nah, maybe we do. That's gonna be very cute, but, yeah, the size difference on him is very funny. Oh, this is a good one. I gotta send her a few. She's gonna love it. Got the size difference. This is a really good photo. Sorry, she's gonna get annoyed that I'm spamming her, but it had to happen. There's too many good ones. Wondering why. She's gonna initially be like, "Why the hell is he spamming me?" She'll get it. Oh boy. Okay, last one. Oh, they're so silly. I love it. You know, that was a good hour and a half well spent. You know. Okay, we should probably try to evolve Basculin, which is kind of a nightmare in itself. We have 2 that we have to evolve, and they have to take enough damage without fainting. I forget the exact number, but... so the Ferocious is one that we're gonna do. Or the Rampaging. Excuse me. Ooh. She typed, "Holy fuck, the ducks are plentiful." Oh, boy. Duck. I went for big ones after and got 3. Okay. I'm not 100% sure if I wanted to evolve this one as well. For now, I'm gonna not worry about it, but I might change my mind on that. Okay, we got these 2. I probably can just EXP them. Like I said, I don't have to be level like 100, but may as well level them up a bit just to make this a tad easier. That way they have more HP. Because yeah, we're gonna want to knock out Pokemon that are at least pretty high level. So. There we go. Let's get these all down to 900. Cool. More than good. Let's see what we got. So we got Double Edge, Wave Crash, Head Smash, Takedown. That's just the full lineup of recoil moves. They had a lot of recoil moves. I think Head Smash will be our best one. if I'm not mistaken. And ideally, we go for something with a lot of HP, but I feel mean beating up fancies and stuff, so. I guess going over here would be the best call. I'm trying to think. I guess Lapras probably has decent HP. I'm trying to think of, off the top of my head, what I think is going to have a lot of HP. I don't know if, like, Alolan Muck might have decent HP. I guess we'll try it. I don't have to get it perfect, just good enough. Alright. I guess this will get them some accidental EVs, but that's fine. I wasn't... Well, I mean, I guess I could consider EV training him at some point for funsies, but... not super urgent. Let's see. Alolan Executor might also have decent HP. I'm not 100% sure, though. Let's see. I guess I should just start fighting everything, huh? Otherwise, it's gonna take a while. I guess maybe putting this against water types was not inherently the best call, but... yeah, I guess we just go for fully evolved Pokemon since they'll have higher HP amounts. Yeah, so we'll evolve these two. We'll go from there. I don't know if that's inherently good or bad. Probably should have, I mean, like, I should give us like the wide lens on these guys for the accuracy. Yeah, I forget the number of how much recoil damage we have to take. It's probably a semi-inconveniencing amount, to be honest, but... do I feel less mean beating up? The Grimers just look so whimsical. Oh, Slacking is actually a great pick. Hold on, I totally forgot about Slacking. Slacking probably has a massive amount of HP. At least I'd have to assume. Yeah. I forget, is there a way in this game to fully reset a Pokemon's EVs? I feel like there has to be. I don't remember it. Okay, it's like Vigoroth. I can do Vigoroth. Let me real quick see if I have wide lenses. I can get both of them. Sorted by name. I only have one. What if I could buy more? Just for shits and giggles to have them. There's no shiny thing that time. Oh, well, hopefully I don't miss. I think it's a 97% chance I hit. With the wide lens. I put a lot of recoil. I guess I could make like a normal sandwich. If I really cared. Oh yeah, I gotta see what the other water type guys were. Am I gonna faint from this? I probably will, actually. I'm like, I don't wanna faint from the recoil. That'd just be embarrassing. That would also just not count that HP. Oh, that's right, Toronto. I might die here. Oh, I barely lived. Awesome. Okay. Okay, I think I have to go through the bag. Yeah, so I think leveling ourselves up here is probably the right call. I think that's going to make this a little bit easier. And with the wide lens. What was the other one? What were the titles I wanted to go for? Oh, Slowpoke the Daydreamer and a Phoebus the Arrogant. Both those sounded fun. Just to have them. Oh. That's awkward. And I mean, I figure that shouldn't take too long after this. And that'll probably be good for the stream, I figure. I want to make sure I don't go to bed too late, just in case I am sick. I still have no fucking clue if I'm sick or not. But... feels like a good call to, you know, not go to bed late. I want to make sure I get good sleep. That's what I'm trying to say. Jeez Louise. Okay, do we have like a pre-made thing I can do here? There's a lot of normal encounter powers, LMAO. Great tofu sandwich, maybe? 137. I'm using this to both heal and because the encounter power is good. We're doing green fish. The green Pokeball it is. I get the feeling we're not putting the top piece of bread on. Well, maybe we'll be okay. Oh, nope, there's more. Oh, fuck, there's more. Okay, well. Who wants this much tofu on their sandwich? Avocado, don't knock the lettuce off. Okay. Sorry, that was like such a dramatic gas for just like, oh no, I lose a tiny bit of money. That was genuine distress. Okay. And then after this, yeah, we'll just go. Oh. Maybe. Oh. But this will help get more slackings to speed this up slightly. Which, you know, helpful. Oh yeah, we are gonna get a lot of birds out of this too, though. I guess I should try to do slackings before I worry about Vigoroth. Didn't even see the Esper, I'll be honest. Oh, really? Yeah, it does play the shiny sound effect. We actually probably can go up here and still find slacking, I believe. Okay, I didn't consider how many birds would show up. Maybe not? A lot of slack off, not a lot of slacking. Huh? Where are they? Oh, shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to run into you! I like how I just feel mean beating up little guys. Yeah, whatever, I'll take the rough, damn it. I ain't got all day. I mean, I Nah, I don't really. I have to go to bed soon. Oh, live then, okay. Oh, you think you're hot shit? Fucking jackass. Okay, so Vigoroth is counter. Because why wouldn't it? You know? Oh boy. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna use a healing item. I was gonna be cheap about it and go elsewhere, but let's be real, I have ample healing items. Cool. There's so many tiny Pokemon I keep not seeing while looking for slacking. But do they spawn more over here? Like, why am I not finding that many? They're on the beach. There's one. There's also a Vigoroth, although we saw how that went last time. I mean, this thing might have counter too. You know, I think we should try a different Pokemon. Maybe I'll go for like Farigirafs and Tauros. Because for some reason, this one seems to not want to work out in my favor. Cool. I'm trying to remember. I feel like there should be a way to reset a Pokemon's EVs in this game, but I'm just like not remembering. I have to Google it. I mean, unless I wrote it somewhere in my spreadsheet, but if I did, I don't know where. Oh wait, actually, okay, no, I don't have anything written on it. Maybe not. I know they have one in Sword and Shield, and they have one in DA, that's why I was curious. Yeah, let's go for something that isn't going to keep countering me. Braviary works. Plus I can head smash it. Cause yeah, I guess we want to go for things that aren't going to have super effective moves. So I gave it a wide lens. Perfect. Defog is perfect. Keep using that, please. I would assume even though I died to slacking, that it wouldn't have, like, removed my recoil damage from my total counter. Just I assume that's how that would work. For a second I thought one of the Farigiraf was shiny, sorry. Oh, come on. This is the wide lens one, right? There probably is another way to get more wide lenses, I would assume. Yeah, this process is always a little inconveniencing. You have such a funny noise. Makes me feel even meaner. You got the one shot. Don't know how much HP. I would assume it has a decent bit of HP, but I could be more in like defense or SPDF or something. Sound out bolting around is very amusing. I know Loma Mola has a bunch of HP, but I don't remember where that is in this game, to be honest. Oh, I'm dying to this. Never mind. This was a bad call. Yeah. Okay. So that doesn't count toward the total. Alright, I'm gonna go run that. Heal. I wanted to get those hidden items, but I botched it. It is nice, the change in ZA, where you just have to walk over it to get it. There are chances here, but I just feel mean, you know? They're so baby, and then they run away in fear. Ah, Japin. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. I mean, that was its ability. That wasn't my fault. I mean, it was, kinda, but like... I don't know, maybe I had Clefairy dolls on me or some shit, but... You know... Healing... It's a Iblison. Oh. I get it! Sorry, I was just a little aggressive. Don't know where that came from. Other than where he annoyed me, that's where it came from. Okay, I knew exactly where it came from, I lied. Ah, fuck it. Fancy. It's a physical attack, so it's gonna take it out. Oh, I'm evil. I already regret this decision. It's just fastest. I'm cruel. Ah! It looks too happy. I feel mean. Bro, who cursed me with empathy? It is quite a high number for these, it looks like. Oh, crap. Don't think the crit really makes a difference in the recoil. It was too much effort to keep switching the wide lens around, to be honest. But it rattled. Okay. It's a series of events. As most events are when they are in a series. Okay. It's probably gonna take me out. Oh, it lived. I'm just gonna fail with something else. Otherwise, Bascoon goes down. I actually don't know if that like fully resets the numbers from the start of the fight for the recoil or not. I technically could switch on the 18 HP one, but that would be such a small amount of recoil even if it lived that it doesn't matter. Evos. Well, I will run back to heal. That's why I'm like, yeah, I should just come closer over here, and the heals are quick and easy that way. Not that I need to save resources for healing, because I have so many, and they're cheap, and I get $1 million dues, but still. That's just my it's my nature, okay? I do think it always actually uses the higher tier heal. Maybe I should just be using like the minus button. It might just use like a full restore or something, which I mean I don't have a reason to save full restores. Or any healing for that matter. Okay. Imagine if I was trying to do this without leveling these guys up and them being like, what, 60, low 60s? One more company? I'm just doing a tiny bit of grinding. I think at this point I'm going to wrap up soon, so I don't think so. I feel mean rejecting that, but I just got a few random tasks I'm doing, so sorry. I'll have to get you in again soon for a different shiny hunt. I'm trying to evolve Basculin, which, is mildly annoying when I don't want to fight like some of the Pokemon. Gotta get recoil. And then I keep fighting Chansey, and then I just feel evil. But the HP works out really well. Except for when it doesn't. I lied. Nah, I just did that to be a dick, I guess. Hey, Smeargle. I know I fucked up there. Yep, you're acknowledging it. I'm sorry. It lived last time, okay? Okay, I'm gonna assume the next one takes me out. Oh, never mind, we're evolving, it's fine. What? Basculin is evolving? Oh, oh! I think this is the male one. Nope, it's the female one. I lost the coin toss. Look at you. Wow, this is a gorgeous shiny. I really fuck with this one. Woo. Lovely stuff. Let's go get a heal. Also, I'm gonna move the wide lens. Okay. Put that in the box. I will also mention that there's a Basque Legion, female, the rampaging. Cool. So get this guy healed. And then yeah, at some point, I'm not gonna have time for interactions today if I want to quickly grab a titled Slowpoke and Feebas. But at some point I'll have to come back and, whatchamacallit? Interact with these guys. Excuse me, so hopefully I won't forget to do that. But, I mean, if I do, it's not the end of the world. Let's see. Who shall I beat up? I'll just go for it. Okay. Don't know how much HP this thing has, but it's in front of me. It's fully evolved. It has enough, probably, to do some recoil damage. Ooh, the critical hit for good measure. Who's my next target if I see him? I don't see anything. I don't... Wyvern might have had a decent bit, but I'm admittedly not confident. Yeah, that's kind of a shame my genius strategy of going for blacking didn't work out because of counter. That was a bit tragic. I can't imagine Smeargle has very much HP, just because its BST is really low. I didn't get a good look at how much HP I have on Basculin right now. I think we should be fine. As long as we got more than half. Okay. Is that enough? Not quite. It's gotta be close, though. I hope. Yeah, I think the wide lens was honestly a decent call. Given all these moves are, like, lower accuracy. Let's see. Somebody who will have HP? I mean, I guess I've seen a lot of Sawsbuck, but I just feel bad if I did that. Okay, we can actually move a little bit more this way. I'm just gonna use healing items. Yep. Wave crush. Don't think I'll need to heal if I want to go fight the other Frigoreth. That's actually not that much recoil damage. Maybe this thing is a lower HP stat and higher defense stats. I think it has some bulk, I presume. One day I gotta still look up the Gen 9 Pokemon's like DSTs, because I genuinely just don't know them. I'll go for Tauros, but I just get a little HP back first. As we use Super Potions, because it's the one I have the most of. The healing item I have the most of. Oh shoot, I forgot. Yeah, Intimidate makes this awkward. It's 2 shots, so it gets damage on me. Never mind. My goat crits. No shit's given. Okay, I think Chansey was unfortunately the best option for obvious reasons. But, oops. You know what? Maybe Mandibuzz. I think... Nailed that throw. I think Mandibuzz might be more defensive than HP-wise. Or defense stats, as opposed to HP, but... We'll see what a Head Smash does. I might just take ourselves out for all I know. Barely not. Perfect. Damn. Still no? Maybe when I did feign on it, it doesn't count any of the HP. I was gonna go for that Pyroar, but it's not there. Also, that kind of just left a child there without its mom. That was kind of fucked up of me, huh? Oops. Heard Smash. Even with the, what, 89% accuracy or whatever? Actually, I think it'd be 88% with the wide lens, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it not 80 accuracy? Maybe it's 70. What accuracy is it? Oh, it is 80. Damn, I just got unlucky then. Switch to Wave Crash because it does less recoil, I believe. Yeah. Hi, random Litleo. Okay, this is taking more healing items than I thought it would. Once again, I mean, I have 600. Okay, this thing wants to fight me. Nope, it ran through me. Never mind, we're gooch. Oh, crap. Come on, hit the Head Smash. Let's go, Poggers. My fish. I didn't want to say my goat again, because it was a fish. Ew, sheesh. Okay, maybe I should have been going for fancy. Would have felt a little mean about it, but... Yeah. I guess feigning in a fight completely nullified any recoil, I have to assume. L? Okay. I mean, I haven't been counting. I think it's like 500 HP or something, so... Maybe I should have EV trained the Basculins in HP to make this a little easier. Probably would have been overkill, but, you know. I'm gonna run out of PP. I mean, I have all of my moves do recoil damage, so... Should be fine. Can't wait to evolve it on a hill and have it, Give me the less exciting animation in the cutscene. Oh. Please don't kill me. I did it to myself. No, I don't. No, stop it. Shoo. Oh, keep using super potions, I guess. Right, we're going after these like a fucking PP up or some shit, or a Lepa Berry. Get some PP back. My PP tiny. Got him. Funny joke. It was a sex like penis. Anyways. Okay. Was it reset every time we faint at all? Yeah, we know Double Edge doesn't one-shot. Oh, that doesn't even one-shot. God, the poopy butt. You're gonna faint again, aren't you? Okay, we're fine. Oh, man. Down to Double Edges. Goodness gracious. How many Lepa Berries I got? Oh my god, I have so many Lepa Berries. I didn't realize I had a comically large amount of Lepa Berries. I just realized something was max. Citrus berries? I guess I gotta sell some berries or some shit. Maybe, I don't know, I could do one more day of this game, or like a half day. Try to... Yeah, it's getting later than I would have ended. I wonder if this one is like lower attack IVs than the other one, and that's why I was one-shotting him before, but not with this one. That's where some of the confusion might be coming from, honestly. It'd be funny if I turned around and it just so happened that it was actually like a red or a blue basket and I couldn't even evolve it. Somehow I wouldn't put it past me to do that. Okay, sure, I'll fight for this, I guess. No Intimidate, please. Cool. I probably still don't want to shot it. Oh, my poop. Fine, it'll take itself out. How many more? Damn! Yeah, I guess the chances were making a big difference, huh? And there's Intimidate. Still a two-shot, though. I think of like a bad nature or something? Like, what's going on? Maybe they got a plus attack nature? Good attack IVs? I don't know. I don't think this will take me out with recoil. I guess I have to keep healing all the damage I take on this thing, too. Which is maybe why I feel like I'm using so many damn healing items. No Intimidate's nice. It doesn't really change much, though. Oh, nice. Take it. How much HP do I have? Enough. Dumbass. Yep. Yeah, that head smash I believe does more recoil. Jesus. How much more? Maybe I do come back for another day this then, or at least like a half day, because then I can also interact with all the shinies. I don't know when, because there's a chance tomorrow I do decide to do Village. I guess it depends when I get on and all that, but I guess there's no harm in that. I mean, if I don't get the titles, it's not that big of a deal, I guess, either. Like, I won't be that torn up about it. Kind of just avoiding the Toros because of Intimidate, and I don't want to be taking damage from them. It makes the whole thing take even longer. It just requires more healing. Yeah, no, I think that'll be the play, is to come back one more time. I mean, I guess, yeah, the worst case, because I'm like, even if I get sick and I take like a 4-day or 5-day break or whatever, doesn't make a huge difference, because I'm not connecting to the online stuff, so the event will just remain. So, I mean, I'd like to do it within the time span of the event. Otherwise, I feel like I'm kind of cheating it a little, but it doesn't really matter. And it's not like, oh, you cheated an event slightly, whoop-de-doo. I might just feign here if it does something annoying. It works. I'm still alive, so... Monkey Dial the Gourmet. That'll snap it out of its thrash. But I just don't take any damage, so I feel smart. Okay. Am I, like, doing something wrong? Because, like, this thing does not want to evolve. There's like healing it with potions, like negated or some shit. That's the only thing I can think of, which I don't think would make any sense. That's the only thing I've done differently. This is the first I'm hearing of that. I don't think that's how it worked in Legends Arceus either. Okay, I'm gonna try healing, I guess. Yes. Funny noise. Oh my. The stinky of stinkiness. I want to be too bad. Make our way over to here. Let me get some quick heals in. Sure. Technically, probably not a great pick, but we'll run with it. Yeah, it's ended up taking a tad longer than I thought. Oh, come on! Haha, never mind, it's fine, it evens out. You got 95. I only got 88'd. Go for a chance there, too. Does healing have some weird effect on Basculin evolving for some reason? Doesn't make sense for it to, but what do I know? Oof. How much more? The other one was so fast. Why I'm just like so confused. Sure. I thought that was a Dodrio, and then I felt bad. Also, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna take that much recoil from Dodrio. I don't even think Dodrio has that much HP, to be honest, so... Not what I meant to do, but sure. Can these have Sturdy? They probably can, can't they? Huh? Doesn't matter, that one didn't. Hey! Finally! Okay, that took longer than I thought it would. Basculin is evolving! Ooh, I want to see shiny male Basculegion. Gotta be another gorgeous shiny. Oh yeah, look at that. Oof, these guys have really nice shinies. Congratulations, your Basculin evolved into Basculegion. Woo! Very nice stuff. Hi, Chansey. Okay, let's get a quick heal in and we will wrap it up for the night. Let me quickly update my one thing just to say that it's Basculegion male for the nicknaming stuff. Cool. Okay, and then I guess down the line I'll have to see if I want to evolve that one other Basculin into a Basculegion because I caught it in an Ultra Ball. But yeah, I think if I can I'll try to do one more day of this stuff just to interact with the shinies we got as well as grab a quick Slowpoke title and a Beavis title for the fun of it. Also, yeah, I guess if I plan things out correctly, I can also use it to trade to get the Milotic and whatchamacallit? Milotic and Slowking, so that'd be nice. But okay, I gotta wrap things up here because it's getting kind of late. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll be sure to get tomorrow as always. Hope to see you guys then. Thanks for watching and goodbye.